House of the Dragon Season 3. 2026 release date and record-breaking GOT year. Why is it record-breaking? How many years has it been since the last season now? Like, must have been like 2 or 3 years? Because it's been a long time. How come things take like many years between seasons now? Used to be just like a couple of months or so, but or like a few months, but now I don't know what's going on. And the cost is going up too. Like, how come it's so expensive and so slow to make? Because like it's kind of lost its momentum now. Like like how many people remember what happened in the last season of Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon? It's been like how many years now? Like, does anybody really care anymore? Well, probably they do, but I don't know. What am I trying to say here? I don't know. Anyway, HBO's House of the Dragon finally has confirmed release window, setting the stage for an impressive Game of Thrones franchise record. With multiple spin-offs ongoing and in the works, HBO's fantasy franchise has yet to achieve the level of popularity it had before Game of Thrones ending in 2019. How popular was it by 2019? Like, that last season kind of really ruined the whole thing for a lot of people. 2026 looks like it could be the year. For what? For it coming back? Well, it should be coming back like in the preceding year that the last season ended. But we don't do that anymore for some reason. I guess we just, I don't know, lost the skill to do that or something. I don't know. This is the era of the franchise, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe showing the potential of long-term multimedia storytelling. Really? Because Marvel hasn't been doing that great either. After the insane, unprecedented phenomenon that was Game of Thrones, it is no wonder HBO wanted to capitalize on the title by developing more shows based on George R. R. Martin's Song of Ice and Fire books. Capitalize? Like, again, but the season 8, it was really, really running out of steam. Like, that wasn't exactly a strike when the iron is hot kind of timing. Because what ended in 2019? When did the Dragon show start? It had to be about 22, 24? I don't know. I guess it gave a little bit of time for people to come to terms with the ending. But yeah, no, it was kind of a mess how it ended. House of the Dragon Season 3 is well underway, with production looking to wrap up in October 2025, so it should have already happened then. How old is this article? I didn't check. Maybe I should check next time. Everything we've heard about the new season points to this being one of the most immense epic seasons of television that's ever been made, fully embracing the stakes of the Dance of Dragons. Okay. It's recently been confirmed that House of the Dragon Season 3 is slated for June 2026 release. And while this is subject to change for delays, it's more than likely it will be out sometime that year. This is the second Game of Thrones franchise show being released in 2026, with a Night of the Seven Kingdoms in January, which we'll be getting up to next. 2026 will see the record for most GOT franchise episodes in a single year. Oh. Yeah, it's another thing. Like, all these seasons are like 5 or 6 episodes long. Well, is this one going to be like, what, 7 episodes long then? And even it ended on a cliffhanger too. I remember they're about to like start a battle, so I'm gonna guess that the beginning episode of season 3 should be the battle, like the big battle. House of the Dragon's long delays and shortened episode counts have been consistent source of criticism from fans, many of whom reminisce about the days of Game of Thrones' annual 10-episode schedule. 2026 will be a wonderful treat for those fans. What do you... Who is reminiscing about that? With all the criticisms of the show, I don't think the episode count was one of them. Or I guess, like everybody looking back fondly on it, I guess the episode count wasn't what they were looking at. So I don't know. Who wrote this? Where is this? Who wrote this? Screen Rant? Oh. Yeah, okay. Kind of explains a few things. Screen Rant isn't exactly the most accurate with their information. With House of the Dragon Season 3 and Knight of the Seven Kingdoms both coming out in the same year, there will be 14 total episodes from the franchise. Oh wow, a whole whopping 14 episodes! Whoa! Being awfully generous, aren't you, HBO? Ooh. Man, I remember when they used to have 26 episodes. When shows used to have like 26 episodes in a season, but no. 14, wow, how generous. Oh. Each House of the Dragon will continue to have 8 episodes. How is that the longest? What were they saying? This is record-breaking with the most episodes in a season, but it has 8 episodes in a season. According, they will have 8 episodes with a Kotakotisk or Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't like it when they abbreviate it like that. More contained story, only having a 6-episode season, which should be more than enough time to adapt a novella, I guess. It's been a while since we heard much about any of the other Game of Thrones spin-offs in the works, but are there any? I haven't heard of any other sort of in the works, or like actually being worked on. Spin-offs in the works, but the franchise should continue to expand in upcoming years if these titles find audiences. This is an exciting year, possibly the most exciting since Game of Thrones' final season. What are you doing? No. Well, yeah, like I said, they're not great with their accuracy of their information. Where were they saying? Spin-offs of works franchise you can expand upon your audience. Is this? Yeah. Again, I haven't heard of anything about other spin-offs actually being worked on. I know they're like what's the word? I don't know if they've actually announced anything, but there's like they're speculative. I don't know what's the word. Like they're not actually like, and there's nothing actually in production that's sort of playing with ideas. So, like, that doesn't mean anything will ever come of it either. So I wouldn't exactly say that there are more coming when we're not even like at the stage of like they haven't even been probably haven't even been fully formed ideas yet. Being fully formed idea. Yes, that's you. That's what I said. So possible. Who was excited for the last season? I don't know who was excited for the last season. It sort of fell off pretty hard. Like Game of Thrones. But whatever. Here we are. Is that it? Yeah, looks like that's it. House of Dragon Season 2 was divisive, but if Season 3 and the new spin-off series can deliver high-caliber television, audiences will be treated with the volume and quality they've been hoping for. The first season was pretty good, House of the Dragon. The second season was not. No, that was. There's a bit of slogginess to the second season. Kind of a lot of character. What do you call it? Not resets, but they're like abrupt changes for no particular reason with the characters, and some characters just disappeared. What do people have to say about it? Mike says, "I'm looking forward to the new season of Haunted and the new spin-off. I also crave to see Robert Chabelin come alive on screen. I hope we get to see it with Gurm involved." Yeah, no. He's probably not going to get involved, or not that involved. He's just like enjoying his money, not writing his book. Yeah. Ron says, Haunted is a great show, just as good as Got. I wouldn't say it was just as good. Not at the height of Game of Thrones. It's not as good as that. Like, it's good in its, like, House of Dragon is good in its own right. Nah, I don't think I'd compare it to Game of Thrones like that. And Raven says, "I can't wait for the new season. It's been so long." Yes, it has been so long. Why is it taking so long? Stop taking so long. You have tons and tons of money. Use it in the right places. Stop shoving it in your pockets and running away. Make the art already. Jeez. Anyway, there's that. So, are we excited for the next season? I am, I guess. Like I said, it's been a long time, so the hype has kind of died down now. So, but I'm sure once the next season is finally released, maybe I'll think about possibly finding some time to maybe watch it. It's like there's so much other stuff now. Like the timing is just not on its side anymore. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I'm sure everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go.